so many students are joining into my class, so it takes. Okay.
अच्छा जा निकाल तो.
Yesterday I have given the example of some basic information about the prism and as well as the hadrons. Hadrons is nothing but hexahedron, tetrahedron. The hexahedron is also called with other name cube, and we have observed the basic information about prisms such as like square prism, triangular prism, pentagonal prism and hexagonal prism. So in any prism, especially you have to know the base and top face. The bottom face is also called as the base and it is the top face, and the center points are represented with O and O1 which are joining by using long dashed dotted narrow line. Long dashed dotted narrow line. So in which especially the axis is given 60 mm, means the height of a prism is given 60. If suppose he is asking in the question the base 30 mm and axis 50 mm, it means the base edge of a given prism is and the total height of a prism is given base is given as a 30 mm, the total height of a prism is given as 50 mm. In some cases, if suppose he is asking one question on the rectangular prism. For example, he mentioned in the question clearly like base 20 mm, axis 35 mm. It means the base edge of a triangular prism is given 20 mm, the total height, axis 35 means the total height of a triangular prism is given as 35 mm. You have to remember these things. And today we are going to discuss let us see some information about the pyramid. What is that? Pyramid. What is that one? Pyramid. Let us see the first of all, the pyramid is, what is the shape of this one? It is in square shape. That's why on the name of this particular square base, it is called as a pyramid. So you can hear the pyramids which we can clearly observe in the Egypt. So there are big size of a pyramids are there, and the advantages of a particular pyramid and pyramid meditation is very essential nowadays, which is very mandatory for all the people to take the meditation in the pyramidal rooms also. So it doesn't matter, but today we are going to discussing about the pyramid. Pyramid only, not only this one, depending upon the base of a particular solid is called as a pyramid. So this is a pyramid, right? What type of pyramid it is? It is a sphere pyramid because of the base of a pyramid is in sphere shape. That's why it is pyramid, the square pyramid. So for example, let us see the diagram of a square pyramid. So this is the base. How is this? The base is represented with A, B, C, D. Okay, you can use only the sphere shape is in only base, but if you are observing in the prism, top face is there and bottom face is there. So both two planes are required to representing of the solid of a prism. But in the case of pyramid, only one base is there. So there is no any top one. So all the isosceles triangles which are joining these bases to a particular topmost point is called as an apex. This top point is called as an apex, right? So the base may be represented with A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4. The convenient numbering is given for the base. And there is a topmost point that is represented with O. This point is O. So all the corners of the base are the corners of the base are joining to this particular topmost point like this. So we have to take all these points like this. We have to join all these points also like this. This is called as a pyramid. So let us see, this is the base, right? And this is the base edge. This is the side of base. And the numbering is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. or in some cases which can be given as A, B, C. And this point is apex or vertex. Apex or vertex. And this is in the case of solid. Let us see the square prism. In the case of solid, this edge is a base edge and this edge is called as longer edge. This is longer edge and this is longer edge. In the same manner, if you are observing in the square pyramid, so this is a base edge and these are called as not longer edges. In this case of solid, it is called as a longer edge, but now it's not called as a longer edge, it is called as a slant edge. What is that? Slant edge. Everyone has to be remembered. This is called as slant edge. If you have a textbook or notebook, you can go through the running notes by following my instructions, my dear students. So everyone has to try to understand, and if you write with your own hands in the running notebook, so it will become very easy to draw and understanding of the concept while you are reading the question, then you are attempting your question paper. So it's a good habit to attempt following of the running notes compulsory. So I am not giving any time to take that one. You have to write running notes and mention the running notes while listening my classes also, right? So this edge is called as slant edge and there are 4 slant edges are there. So these are all the isoscale triangles which are joining at a topmost point. You can see this one. This is topmost point is called as apex. That's why I am taking apex or vertex, right? Apex or vertex. For example, I am representing one of the, suppose this is slant edge and this of a triangle is called as, the face of a triangle is represented with what is that? To understanding of that one, the face is represented with the hatching zigzag lines like this. So if you are I want to representing of a face, one of the face of this particular thing like this. So this is called as triangular face, or which is also represented with triangular face, or which is also nothing but slant face. Slant face. So the center of a base, this is the center, is represented with O, and this is apex point is represented with O1. So this apex point is center, and the center of a base or square base, it is here. So the imaginary line which is used for to joining of a square of the base of a cone to the apex point as long dashed dotted narrow line. This is we have to join. So it is nothing but axis. If he asks, when he is asking a question on pyramids, base 25, axis is given 50. Base 25, axis is 50. It means the side of base edge is given 25 and the total height from the center to center means apex to the center of this one is 50. You have to remember like that. And this is a square pyramid. If you can see another pyramid I am showing. So how is the base edge? The base is in pentagonal shape. The base is in pentagonal shape. And all the edges of a pentagonal plane as the base to joining at the particular topmost point as the center. Topmost point is one that is called as apex point. These are all isoscale triangles. One pentagonal plane and 5 isoscale triangles are going to join to form into the pentagonal pyramid. So this is the slant edge, and this is also a slant edge, and this is also a slant edge, and this is slant face or rectangular triangular face, slant face and triangular face, and this is apex point or vertex, and this is base edge or edge of your base, and this is the pentagonal, this is side of base also. If I am asking the side of base 20 mm and center to center, the axis is given from the center to this center. The imaginary line which is joined to this one is nothing but axis. The axis is nothing but height of a pyramid. So it is standing like this. So this is called as a pyramid. So we are taking this pyramid as the particular by following up that one also. How is this? It is in pentagonal shape. So it is a pentagonal pyramid. So you can see the other diagrams of a pyramid. So it is a square pyramid, and you can see, I'll show you, and it is a pentagonal. This is pentagon. So all the points are joining at a particular topmost point. It is a pentagonal pyramid. So in which same apex is represented with A, B, C, D, E, and the center to center joining. And next one is triangular. This is a triangular base. 1, 2, 3, and the vertex point is here O1. We have to join all the points here only. This is called as a triangular pyramid, pentagonal, and finally hexagonal pyramid. The hexagonal pyramid. This is the vertex point. Join all these points here. Total 6 sides are there, and 6
board clear
faces, triangular faces. Board clear undadi nana because of it is a green board and continuously erasing of
బ్లర్ గా పడుతుంది సార్.
ఇంతకు ముందు బానే ఉంది సార్, ఇప్పుడే ఇంతకు ముందు బానే ఉంది.
Okay, just I am turning because of there is a lighting this side, so don't worry, just try to understand the concept only. Okay, so because of window lighting is more than the lighting which is available in the classroom, so that's why it is going to become very black. You don't need to worry, just try to understand. Hexagon means the bottom face is nothing but hexagonal shape, and again A, B, C, D, E, F. So these points all are joined at the apex point only. So now if he wants to ask any question, so only possible on triangular pyramid or square pyramid or pentagonal pyramid and finally hexagonal pyramid. He will ask only these solids only. He will not ask any other pyramids. Okay? No problem. So next one is, and you have to know the difference between the triangular pyramid and a tetragon. There is a small difference. See, For example, the base is this one, and this is called as a tetragon. This is also a tetragon because of, if suppose it is standing on like this. So suppose this one of the edge in the case of tetragon is 40 mm, and remaining this is also a 40, and this is also a 40, and this is also a 40, and this is also a 40. Everything is 40. Whatever the edge we can consider 40. But how many equilateral triangles are there? 1, 2,
4.
3, 4. Totally 4 equilateral triangles are there. So every edge is exactly equals to 40. He is asking 40 or 50 or 30, whatever the thing. So the height you can consider. But in the case of triangular pyramid, only if it is asking 40 or 50, it's not equals to 40 or 50, it is more. So in the equilateral triangles are get formed into 4 equilateral triangles are get into a tetrahedron, but the base is a equilateral triangle, but all the 3 edges are joined to the apex point by means of 3. How many sides are there in the case of triangle? 1, 2, 3. 3 isosceles triangles are joined at a particular topmost point as an apex. So it's not equals to the tetrahedron. Tetrahedron is the different. So triangular pyramid is different. So all the edges are equal. Once one edge is known, one edge is 40, every edge is 40, but once edge is 40, but here edges are, all the edges are not equal. So this edge is 40 and the slant height which is given, it is different, more 50 or 55 etc. So that is the difference. So one more thing, so this is about simply pyramids, all the pyramids, these are all also solids. So now we are going to discussing about revolutions of the solids. What is that? Revolution of the solids. Revolutions of the solid. So revolutions of the solids means, for example, there is a rectangular plane. There is a rectangular plane and there is a isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle is there. This is called as an isosceles triangle. I am taking one of the longer edge on a thread. One of the longer edge is a thread, and in which also one of the longer edge is also a thread. In some cases, semicircle is also a plane. So it is also the edge of a semicircle is also on the thread. So all these planes are attached to this thread, daram, and the thread is starts revolution or in this direction, whatever the direction you can rotate. So this particular edge passing like this, and this is also moving like this. Right? The thread is looking like a center, and this one is also a moving like this. This edge is also moving like this, and finally this one. And it is also a moving along with this one. Right? I am taking a rectangular plane which is one of the side is attached to a